Well, howdy there, nerds. I hope you're doing well, and as you can see, here we are in our castle, but that's not actually what we're here to talk about, guys. We're finally getting the update notifications for 3.2. This is coming out on the 6th of February, and there's a lot to digest. But for those who are wondering, by the way, I know I've been getting this asked a lot. Sages, when are you shaving your head? When are you doing the Risk cosplay? The baldening is already happening, and it's going to be this week. This coming week on Thursday, we'll be having a stream for it and, celebrating all that fun stuff. So if you finally get to see me going bald, I know, stop asking, I'm sorry, real life took over. All right, let's get into 3.2, shall we? So 3.2, there's a lot to digest. First off, let me just say, Dragon Flowers, we already knew about this, but I'll go over it just real quick. These are new ways to enhance your characters. Each one of these Dragon Flowers can be obtained in several ways, heroic ordeals, or, from my understanding, Aether Raids as well, and each one of these colors will signify a different movement type. Right now, as it stands, you'll be able to enhance a unit 5 times if it's any other movement type other than infantry. Infantry will be able to be enhanced 10 times as long as it's an infantry unit from 3.2 or before. So, that is a lot to digest, but what you're going to be able to do is enhance your units even more. That's the main takeaway. Heroic Ordeals seem to be a series of maps that you'll be able to do with units that you have. The more units you have, the more Heroic Ordeals you can do, at least from my understanding here. You'll, of course, be able to get Dragon Flowers from these, but it looks like a lot of fun. They've made a bunch of maps for every hero in the game that has been released, so I'm hoping that means that there's a lot to do there. They've also, of course, expanded merging allies now. We've already gone over this as well. Units now will remove their flaws if they are merged once, meaning that you will get more returns from IVs when you merge them the first time. This means in general that every unit that you have that is merged right now will get a benefit. Remember, this is retroactive, so any unit that you have merged after this point will get a benefit as well. And honestly, it's a nice thing to see because merges are, a little bit tricky at times, but mostly it's great because it removes the flaw. Now, the next thing that we have to address here is this one is a big one. A lot of you are wondering if this was actually going to happen. There is a new option for acid and flaws. That's, of course, IVs, whatever you want to call them. You will be able to see them in-game. You'll be able to click on them and see the stat as an asset. You'll be able to have a new option that will display this. So that is a really, really nice thing, and something we've waited for forever. Thank you. Aether Raids have been updated. We already know what's happening here. They're going to be cutting things like stamina in half. They're also going to be adding new tiers from 22 to 27. And there is a lot more going on there. But that is a whole lot of crap. And let me just tell you, oh boy. I can't even wait for Duma, really. Just, man, I haven't actually ran into any Dumas in defensive yet, is what I'm trying to say, at least when I go in and invade. But the bigger thing here, guys, is that there are a lot of characters getting their own weapons this go around. And I'm really happy for it because a lot of these characters are Generation 1 or at least earlier. So let's take a look at what we have, shall we? So Seth is going to be getting a silver brand. Hinata is getting his own sword. Tharja is getting her own tome. It looks like Oboro is finally getting an actual weapon for herself too. We're also going to be getting a poleaxe for Amelia. Iris is also going to be Nino's getting her own tome. That is Iris's tome, as well as Niles getting his own bow too. So, all in all, these are all characters who are in 3 to 4 star pools, and should be very, very nice, except Amelia, of course. Amelia is probably the only one I can really think of that's out of that. And really, that's a really great selection. Some really nice units. Amelia needed her own thing. All of these other characters did as well. So hopefully they will be as viable as we can see. But good lord, that is a lot of characters. We're going to have to go through a lot when this comes out a little bit later. Oh, also, Ellawood is going to be getting a weapon refinement... weapon refinement for Durandal. I guess a lot more Ellawood love is coming your way, isn't there? They're going to be adding, of course, new characters that you can get from Heroic Grails. That, of course, is Cecilia and Leyarn from those last 2 Tempest Trials. But, well, that is your full-on update, guys. I think all in all, it's that is the one thing I've wanted to see was the asset flaws changes above all else, and being able to see this as well as the merge changes, we're going to need to see just how far this goes. But I will be documenting the stat changes as we go along and just showing you how far this goes, as well as the whole dragon flowers. But honestly, it looks like it's going to be fun. It just, we'll have to wait and see just how far the dragon flowers go before I can really give a good positive spin on that just yet. However, that weapon refinery update is looking juicy, I will say. Alright guys, do tell me what you find interesting in those patch notes. Tell me in the comments, I would love to hear it, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Thanks for watching guys, bye-bye.